Dark background with news headlines flashing June 12, 2025. A modern aircraft takes off from Ahmedabad airport, bound for London. 32 seconds later, it's gone. 241 lives lost. A city shaken. And for the first time ever, a Boeing 787 Dreamliner has crashed. Air India Flight 171 crash, a deadly failure. It was supposed to be routine. Air India Flight 171, a Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, took off at 6:42 a.m., carrying 242 people. But just seconds after liftoff, something went terribly wrong. Flight radar animation showing aircraft's short climb, then sudden drop. At just 800 feet, both engines lost power. The aircraft stalled and crashed into a medical college hostel just a kilometer from the runway. 241 on board died. 19 more on the ground. One of the deadliest aviation disasters in Indian history. The shocking CVR recording, the cockpit voice recorder, captured the final moments. One pilot asked, "Why did you do the cutoff?" The other replied, "I did not do so. The engines didn't fail. The fuel supply was cut." The question is, by whom? Or what? Fuel cutoff switches move, but why? The fuel control switches moved from run to cutoff. But these switches are guarded, physically protected to avoid accidents. The crew denies touching them. Could a software glitch or system design flaw be responsible? Show graphic of fuel control switch layout in 787 cockpit. The Boeing question: this is the first fatal crash of a Boeing 787. A jet once called the Dreamliner has now become a nightmare for many. Boeing's reputation for safety has been under fire for years. Quick montage of 737 MAX crashes, whistleblower testimonies, Boeing factory defects. The FAA warned in 2018 about potential issues with fuel switches. But no mandatory fixes were enforced. And Air India? They hadn't applied the optional check. The documentary and public outrage. The Warner Brothers documentary Declassified, AI Flight 171 paints a troubling picture of systemic failures, ignored warnings, and unanswered questions. Boeing needs to stop focusing on shareholders and start building safe planes again. The mystery counternews: a final report is due by early 2026. Until then, we're left with fragments, a missing explanation for the switch movement, a prior stabilizer defect, and a haunting voice in the cockpit, asking why? Direct call to question Boeing. Boeing's Dreamliner was supposed to be the safest in the sky. But when 241 people die in 32 seconds, someone has to answer. Is Boeing still building quality planes? Or is the dream over? Megaphone emoji, call to action: like, share, and subscribe for future updates as we follow the investigation. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you trust Boeing aircraft?